Yeah, sorry for late reply. I sent this morning. I'm just still trying to catch up on everything from the wedding. Getting there slowly. Now CHZ might be forming a 3-day apex. Let's have a look at it here. Overall, well, this is a 2-week chart. A lot of times on these 2-week charts, right, you see this white 100 moving over price. These can be very bullish, but because the 2-week chart, it can take a little bit of time to develop perfectly. But anyway, that's just what that's kind of saying. It's just like this is bullish. No, but to get into a real bull market, you need to get above this and use the white 100 as support. That's on a 2-week chart. So that's just something to keep in mind. But eventually, this should get a big move. Tough to say when. We've kind of broke out of that downtrend right here, which is good. That's obviously what you want to see. We finally broke that. When you do break this, there can be consolidation. Just a period of realizing or the market trying to figure out, okay, we've broke out now. Is this going to start forming some sort of bullish pattern in here? And people like to watch and see that. And if we start forming a bit of a base here, that can be very bullish for a move up. So just kind of saying, it's just good to watch that now that it's broke out. If we form this bullish base here, if it's failing to break below, okay, that can be a beautiful sign that this wants to moon. Okay, and if this stop hunts the lows again, I don't know if it will or not, but I'm just saying because the fact we've broke out, it would be very, very important if we did stop hunt those lows for a big move up. But anyway, that's a bit of a broader scale, over the next 6 months or so, just in case this does stay in the range, okay, because it's not had a move yet and most of the market moved up. So let me just review your question again. Yeah, okay, the 3-day apex. Yes. Computers run a little bit slow here, I think. Not too sure. And I know I need to clean it up a little bit. I've got about 200 windows open, so maybe I just need to close a few. But it should be running fine even on that. So this is not a 3-day apex just yet. A 3-day apex needs a bit more time to develop. It's potentially the start of it, but the ideal situation for a 3-day apex is this white 100 needs to come down underneath price. Okay, so if I just change that to white, if you pretend if this white 100 was down underneath price, and then the red, this was coming over top, that would be better. But this is still developing a 3-day apex, so you're not completely wrong. It just needs more time to develop it. Now, also, I just want to revisit this because this is absolutely fantastic. Look at the way this built this base. We are going to build some more of these in some coins. I think LDO is building one of these. I think potentially OP is building one of these. These dips back into the white 100 moving average and the stop hunt of the lows and all, it's fantastic. And I do believe that we are going to get these in the relatively near future before this market absolutely explodes to the upside. So we need to keep a very close eye. This market is only getting warmed up. Even if this drops to here, stop hunts the lows, this is getting warmed up. The overall market, I don't just mean CHZ. I mean, dips are a gift. I don't think dips are really bad or anything, at least not at this point, unless something economically completely changes or the ETF is not coming out, or unless something drastic happens. But this market looks to be setting up for bigger moves into next year. So I just want to zoom out a little bit, and I want to show you here. This is beautiful. This is a 3-month chart. This is very, very nice, and this is what you want to see perfectly in order for this to go higher. There was a bullish stop hunt at the lows, right? If I just move this up here, you can see right there, there's a bit of a bullish stop hunt right down here. Okay, now we have formed a bullish engulfing 3-month candle. This bullish engulfing candle implies that this should go higher. It either will go higher on a new quarter, or sometimes it can go higher here, right? It is into resistance of the previous candle. this often is a resistance area. You see here, and we have stop hunted the highs of this candle. Wrong thing. We've stop hunted the highs of that candle as well, as you can see there. So the way it gets more tricky and difficult to be buying at the very, very highs of a previous candle. It's often a place where you can get like some dip. You're in the previous highs here and you get some dip. That's a different scenario because that's a red candle. This is a green candle. Okay, this is better. But for example, here, look at this. So you moved up into the previous highs of the other candle. It doesn't go too much higher. It gets rejection, stays below it. But on a new quarter, this is perfect. This is exactly what I was about to talk about. On a new quarter, see here, look at the dip you get. Look at the dip you get. So if you had bought here, right? If you bought right there, well, yes, you might have been in the money a little bit, but it probably dipped back down and then you were on a loss again. But what happened was on a new quarter, it dropped even more again. It dropped right down into the middle of the candle, right? Roughly in the middle of the candle. That's where you want to be buying ideally. You know, next January, February, if there's dips down into there, that's where you really want to be buying when you get these bullish engulfing candles. So we can apply the same principle here. You know, this looks very good. And yes, if you buy it right now, there's potentially more upside, but it becomes more risky buying here. On a new quarter, and it's not that long away, it's only 3 weeks away, or you know, until a new quarter, but dips down into here, into the center point of the candle, would be fantastic buys if you get it, right? Somewhere down in there, so that would kind of mean, you know, let's just say it closes there on a quarter, and then a dip down on a new quarter. Let's not let me draw it perfectly. Let me make this bigger. That's really where you want to be. It's not letting me do it anyway properly. But that's where you want to be buying dips down into this candle. They are not guaranteed, but they are the safer way to trade it. If you want a FOMO up here, you know, for more upside, okay, we can look at that also. But I'm just saying that the safe point to be buying is back down at 73 cent, or 7.3 cent, or 7.5 cent, something in that ballpark. So it's good to set some alarms down there. Now, if you want to attempt to see if this can actually break through here and push on higher, you know, we can look into that. What if it's not going to get that dip and moon before that? Well, so far this is pretty good, but there is a bearish stop hunt that we need to be aware of. Okay, see this stop hunt right here? That is well, it's a failure to break above the previous highs. That needs to be noted. Okay, price is a little bit bearish below that, at least in the near term. Now, I do always talk about the compression of the moving averages, right? The compression of the moving averages, and we are getting that compression between the white 100 and the well all 3-4 moving averages here. See this compression? This compression can lead to higher prices. Okay, so yeah, 1 day left. I would say on a new 3-day candle, if you're looking to see if this can go higher and you want to get involved on this, I would probably trade a new 3-day candle in 1 day's time. Okay, and then when you look to get long, you look for a small dip, because we're red on a lot of candles here in the market at this point. But if you can see here, a small dip, a flip green, a small dip, a flip green, a small dip and a flip green, and I think the same thing, just a little small dip on a new 3-day, little dip like that, and a flip green, and that could look to get some break up of this compression. These rounding patterns can be bullish patterns, especially in bullish environments. This is also a rounding pattern in a way that led to higher prices. Is there any others? In bear markets, of course, the rounding patterns can continue to roll over. This one here, it's a rounding pattern, but it fails and rolls away. Okay, so these in bull markets can continue to go higher. They can be good. So I don't think I would FOMO here right now, but I would trade a new 3-day candle if you're looking to get long and see if there's more upside. But if you want 7.5 7.3 and 7.5 I think I talked about. It's not that much of a drop, you know, somewhere down here. If there's a drop down there on a new quarter, somewhere in here, even down to, yeah, that's even a bit lower, somewhere down in there, they can be very good opportunities for then higher prices targeting up into the red 200 moving average.